Hello, beautiful soul. I'm so excited about this video because today is a very special day in our love journey. It is the 2-year anniversary since the day that we met, the day that we crossed paths and our eyes met for the first time. And I want to share our meet cute story because it's so cute. And that's a new term to me that I recently learned. Someone's like, oh my gosh, you have such a meet cute. I'm like, what is that? And just a cute story of how we met.
I've never heard that.
Monica just shared it, my cousin.
Is she invented?
No, it's like
It's a real thing.
it's a real thing.
We gotta check it.
So we want to share our meet cute as inspiration because when I was calling in my now husband, I was on and off the apps. And when I really got honest with myself, it was super clear to me that I wanted a meet cute that was in IRL in real life, which is also all these terms because dating is mostly online and virtual. And yeah, so I just deleted all of them and I didn't get back on. And so the night that we met 2 years ago was at Blended Music Festival, and it blended 3 different things: culinary, wellness, and music, which literally we could not have met at a more perfect place because those are 3 of our favorite things in the whole world. Culinary, we're super foodies. We love eating a variety of really yummy dishes and cooking together, and we call ourselves inner fatties. And we just love food. Every day, a big part of our day is sharing meals together, like pausing everything that we're doing, saying a prayer of gratitude, and sharing a meal together. It's a very special, sacred time in our day to share meals and give thanks. And then wellness. So we are very healthy and active and fit. Just last night, actually, we were watching on Netflix the docu series about the blue zones in the world, and we're always, how do we maximize the quality of our life and our vitality and our longevity? We want to be alive for our great grandchildren. So that was super fitting. And then music, of course, music. Everybody loves music. And we met right before the headliner Cascade came on. And so I would love to share that story. So you saw me before I saw you. So tell me about that moment and deciding to say something and approaching me, because we're walking kind of like this. I left my friend group to go throw something away in the trash. And then on my way back to my friend group, we're crossing paths like this. And what was that moment like for you?
There's a herd of buffaloes,
Mm-hmm.
and the lions see that one buffalo is disconnected from the herd.
Mm-hmm.
I saw. But no seriously.
Hearing this analogy.
Because this is the first time I heard that you disconnected from a group. No, actually, I didn't even know that you were not. No, you're walking with a friend, no?
No, I was by myself.
Yeah, I didn't look at anyone else. All I saw when you passed by is a beautiful being with a hat that reminded me of this guy who was an explorer, was a professor and explorer, and took his like classes to the Amazon and stuff like that. It had a similar hat.
No, it was this exact hat.
No, the guy had a similar
Oh.
Of course, this is the hat.
Yeah, so it was
excited.
I'm like, what? Okay. Are you talking about Indiana Jones or someone else?
Okay. But similar, yeah.
Similar.
The guy was he's a podcaster now. He was a professor at university in Portland. Him and his wife, they were biologists. What's his name? He's the brother of the guy who manages all the funds for Peter Thiel. Brett Weinstein. There you go.
I knew you would get to
it. So
I was wearing this hat.
Yeah, and it reminded me of an explorer. So there wasn't a decision to talk to you. I saw beautiful beings just floating in air on a beam, on a light beam. And I was like, excuse me. And then you looked at me and I was like, are you an explorer? And that's just the thing that happened to be on my mind because you were wearing the hat.
And I said, yes, of consciousness.
And then I just said, well, we need to talk. And I took you like this and we just started talking.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was so. And I remember, okay, from my perspective, that moment of meeting you and our eyes meeting for the first time, I had this soul recognition moment. Your eyes and being felt familiar to me. So I was very intrigued because I had visualized that moment many times before. And then we joined our friend groups together right before the headliner came on, and I had everyone set an intention before this experience. Do you remember what intention you set? What was
Yeah.
it?
To reach the peak experience that you reach when you're when everything aligns.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends are having fun, you're having fun, the temperature is perfect, the music is just right.
Mm-hmm.
Your experience is at its peak, and you're feeling that draw in the back of your mind of just sheer joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you said something similar to sheer joy or pure love or something like that. Peak experience love. Yeah, and you did end up experiencing that during one of the most epic
You rocked it.
drops of the set, and it was just such a fun night. That whole set, we were like kind of dancing together and just having a blast. And then you got my number at the end of the evening, and then you asked me on a date later that week, and I said I was available Tuesday or Thursday, and he said,
Pick you up Tuesday.
I'll pick you up on Tuesday. I was like, where should I meet you? I'll pick you up at 6:30 on Tuesday. I was like, oh my goodness, who's this gentleman? And yeah, yesterday was really beautiful. I feel it was part of our celebration.
Of course.
Over 2 years, we went to Krause Springs here in Austin, 45 minutes outside of this city, with the biggest trees in Texas I've ever
It's
seen.
like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, the water was turquoise. It was the temperature was perfect.
The birds were chirping.
The birds were chirping.
The hammock was out.
We laid in the hammock, we ate fruit, we cuddled. It was just a perfect moment in nature.
We slow danced in the forest.
We did slow dance in the forest.
Don't forget.
To Trevor Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then this evening, I want to do a breathwork ceremony to just give gratitude for these past 2 years, and then envision the next year or two and really solidify this moment in time. Gratitude and envisioning, and just acknowledging how far we've come in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like 2 years to you?
It's like I've always known you. No. I can't imagine how I was like without the book.
No. Yeah.
Because it's such a part of my heart and my life that it seems, what do you mean before? It just seems like a distant, it's not even a distant memory, it just seems uncomprehendable.
Mm-hmm.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. Especially because of that quote that you always say, when a man meets his woman, the universe opens up. And I feel since the day that we met, the universe has continued to open up more and more and more for us. And our life and love and the magic that we experience and our plans. We're family planning right now, and it's just so exciting. And so I really wanted to share our meet cute just as inspiration. And if you haven't crossed paths yet with the one, your soulmate, to just keep the faith, be patient, trust the process, know that it's worth preparing for, it's worth waiting for. Zohar was 39 when we crossed paths, and he was very determined to wait, to hold a high standard, and to trust. And was I worth the wait, babe?
Oh my God. Exceeded expectations. Redefined.
Yeah. And ladies, if you would love some support in preparing for the one, your soulmate, I'm available for that. You can message me on Instagram, Sacred Union Within, for a free initial consultation. And I specialize in supporting women in creating a nourishing relationship to their mind, their emotions, their body, so that we can hear the whisper of our soul and let that guide us into the arms of the man beyond our wildest dreams.
I think it's very important to have that level of confidence and wholesomeness that you had. Because without it, your initial answer probably wouldn't be what it was. And I think that was the initial spark, that someone that I can spar with in an intellectual level and on a spiritual level, that doesn't have this heaviness. So that was beautiful. That was the first thing that caught my attention. Oh, someone that responds to just a funny thing. It's like it was like a ridiculous thing that came to mind with just a really cool response. Because it didn't come from an ego. It came from, how you doing?
Yeah, I love that you said that, because I know you also talked about how when you would meet women, a lot of times there's ego, or there's guard, or there's games, or there's all of this stuff in between your true self and their true self. So it makes it hard to just have this authentic, genuine, open-hearted. And I know women kind of lead with that because we have been hurt in the past and our heart is still guarded. And that's why I feel it's so important to do the work to heal your heart, so you can be open again and be trusting and be playful.
It's a lot of letting the past ruin the present and preventing a good future. And I think the idea of being playful and never let something negative impact that present is the best tool. And that could be done by confidence. If someone has a bad experience, they had a bad experience, but they stayed in the bad experience, or they contended a few times with bad, they didn't just, oh, this is a bad experience, this is not what should happen, this is not my life, this is not my future, and I'm putting a stop to it now. Continuing in a positive note. And that flip from, oh, a negative experience, let me stop it and move to a positive note, is something that's hard for a lot of people. So they have to work, they absorb the negativity, and then they have to do a lot of work to cleanse the negativity so they can start fresh and be playful. And that's very hard. So the more you shorten the process, the better you're off, and the more you avoid even having to go through the process, the better.
Yeah, definitely. And it is challenging, and I have found it's easier when done in sisterhood, or you have support, or to really hold someone through that process, that cleansing, purifying, forgiving, letting go, raising your standards, treating yourself better. And instead of over giving, which I see often in my clients, this pattern, it's about giving, nourishing yourself on all levels, which is what I love sharing with women, tools and practices. So
And
thank you.
seeing good results.
Mhm.
Amazing transformation.
Mhm.
The best.
So thank you for tuning in and have a blessed day. Bye for now.